What is up, y'all?
Howdy do?
Girl, it's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Give me the fucking mic. What the fuck you been a baby girl?
Honestly, so sorry guys.
You been on vacation?
I caught the flu first.
You caught the...
I caught the flu. I was in that bit dying. My mama came home. She was like, I got the flu. She said, stay away from me.
You was a chewing in the bar?
Chewing in the bar.
You was chewing in the bar.
I was spreading the flu in the bar. I am a terrible human being. I'm not even gonna lie.
Coronavirus walking.
No, really? That's dead ass how it starts. They're like, no, I'm just good. Like, but dead ass.
Oh, girl, I ain't gonna joke about that because I was gonna say something very inappropriate, but we are gonna bypass that. Y'all, welcome to episode 3 of Shade-aholics, baby.
Baby, what it do?
It is me, your boy C.
Get your ugly ass the fuck on.
It is Christian. You know my handle, and if you don't, follow me on Instagram at Chris Gerard. That is ChrisJarrad.
I thought you was about to start rhyming, and I was so ready. I was really... All right. And then it's Rico, Mr. Ass on the forecast.
Oh! Ooh.
I'm done.
I like that.
My handle is RICO_INC Rico Inc.
He's not Aquila in the B today. Aquila has retired from, spelling.
Serving you very much. Who can't read? 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather, which one of them? When they be going at each other, he's like, open a book and read.
Okay, so
Beyonce.
Oh, cancel.
Beyonce, sweetie.
You look more like Luther Vandross. But okay, you guys, we are going to start our first segment off with a social media recap. Okay, so much has happened on social media. I do just want to say, rest in peace to all of the fallen stars, Pop Smoke, Kobe and Gigi. I hope all of their families can grieve and, let them rest peacefully. It's really kind of devastating, how young Pop Smoke was. He was only 20.
Gigi was
extremely young.
I don't know. I'm not big on celebrity deaths. Like, I don't post about them, but I'm all for, like, just letting it wean out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to keep bringing it to the TL because some people do get triggered by it.
Yeah,
because they really do feel something for these celebrities. Like, a lot of people really, really, like, idolize Kobe.
Yeah.
I don't really know much of his, like, accomplishments, but people were shaking up about that shit.
Kobe was like an icon for the black community. He was like a token figure for us. He was like, someone finally made it, did great, didn't have any backlash, any negative story. Yeah. Okay. But I think they tried to spin some narrative of him, like, I guess, cheating on his wife, but that really wasn't even anything that lasted. But
didn't Gail, like, just try to do something and...
Girl, we ain't gonna...
Did you see, Jada Pinkett Smith?
The Red Table Talk?
They said that is the principal's office.
I didn't watch it. I did see a clip of someone saying that they were trying to, I guess, tarnish black men in a way, or slam black men, or how, I guess, Snoop Dogg acted towards Gail. Girl, I don't know. That's Uncle Snoop, and Uncle Snoop gonna say what he want to say
when he want to say it,
and that's on period. But I mean, then again, if I treat him the same way, I gotta treat Mr. Boosie Badass the same way.
No, dead ass. Boosie is out here, little Boosie. He's out here doing a lot. Your career is not doing much anyway, so you need to stop while you're ahead and just get the streams.
My good sis T.S. Madison had read him.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Girl, T.S. Madison said, and I quote, "You have an institutionalized mindset, and you need to worry about your 5711 baby mamas and your 1,000 kids that you don't take care of."
They done brought the kids into it and posted his
sons.
No, we're not worried about the sons. They posted the I don't want to say it. Somebody posted it and said Baby Dyke.
His daughter.
Yes.
I don't know. I think when it comes down to celebrities speaking on Dwayne Wade's daughter, it's unnecessary.
So unnecessary.
But that goes back into me saying, like I said before, people keeping toxic traits and traditions and passing them on like family relics. You cannot do that. You are teaching people to be hateful and spiteful to someone else.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I love that the celebrity black parents are not like Boosie, but like D Wade or whatever.
Yeah.
That they, and the Smiths, they have that open, like, you can talk to me about whatever mentality with their kids. So that's why their children do feel okay with exploring and being themselves and
being free.
So what if she decides that was just like a young decision and she didn't actually feel that way? And whatever.
And I know a lot of people agree with Boosie, but they don't agree with the wording of what he said. And if you don't know what he said, he basically was just like, that child is too young for him to cut his dick off. So,
oh my God.
And it's like, that is, for one, inappropriate. You're still talking about a child.
Yeah, and it's ignorant that you would even go that far to...
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure if Zaya wanted to transition that way, they have the money to do it. If Zaya wanted to do it that bad, for one, I'm pretty sure Dwayne Wade is that parent. Like, yeah, I will call you my daughter. I will respect you. I will understand you. But we ain't doing that right now.
Yeah, literally, you were 12.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think my thing when it comes down to speaking on that is I can't speak on that because I don't live the life of a trans person.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is why I believe all of the allies and members of the LGBT community are speaking out against Boosie, and they're like, look, first of all, don't speak on something you don't know about.
Right. Just because you in here getting your Boosie toast on in the little prisons
in the penitentiary.
When I learned that word, that word was the best word that I had ever learned. And I still can't say it. It's so sad.
You can't say penitentiary?
I don't want to fuck it up.
Girl.
It might come out of my tongue like Worcester.
I can't say it either. So, y'all know we were talking about Worcestershire?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Maybe.
That's how I say it, and that's how I'm going to keep saying it.
Another social media recap that I wanted to talk about is Summer Walker and this nose. Why would she do that? Did you see it?
Yeah, I seen it, girl.
Oh my God. It broke my heart because she was pretty. Like, as much as I don't like stan her.
I love Summer.
I just don't like when people make someone feel insecure, because I see Meg coming next. I see people talking much shit about Meg.
With Meg, she's already said that she's had cosmetic surgery.
She has?
Before. Yeah, she said that she got her, she didn't like how sharp her jawline was, so she got it, she got her face reconstructed, or like got fillers done right here. But what happened was, and sis is so honest about it, she sleeps on one side of her face. She sleeps on one side of her, and I hope I can go back and find the live for the video, but she sleeps on one side of her face. So now it's just like she was sleeping on it when she wasn't supposed to, so now it's like one side of her face is like box built and the other one is just like actually chiseled. So she said that's why she's always looking to one side in the picture, because she always says that's her good side.
Aww.
But I don't know. I don't know if I see Meg coming next.
I don't want to say she's next, but it's bound to happen the way that people attack her on social media.
If we talk about anyone, and I don't mean this in like a bad way, but I feel like Doja Cat would do it first.
About what though?
I don't know.
Her damn hair. Get a fucking actual sew-in.
Her, or I don't know. When it comes down to people, a lot of people go on live and talk about their insecurities. So someone like Ari Lennox or or Doja Cat, because she was just on Instagram Live talking about a lot of her imperfections and stuff like that.
And her doing coke. I don't know. Like, girl, you shouldn't have had to do all that explaining if you really didn't feel like you did coke.
Yeah. I mean, but, you know, hit dog holler.
Me, like, no, I swear, guys, I do not like men. I promise. Like, would I like men? If I like men, would I do this? She starts roboting and shit.
That's so true. I don't know, like I said, a hit dog holler. So, but that's all I got to talk about with this social media. Nope, I lied.
Oh, jeez.
I lied.
Did I fucking lie?
Oh, did I lie? Okay, so I want to talk about people still trying to antagonize Michelle Williams. Y'all are bringing up old facts that we already knew. So, I seen on Facebook today. Yes, I'm an old person. I still use Facebook like I'm someone in my 30s that stays with my mom. I was on Facebook today and I seen an article that said, quote unquote, Michelle Williams reveals the hit me in the beginning of Lose My Breath is her. And everyone is so shook by it. But I'm like, y'all must not have paid attention in DC3.
And it's definitely not Beyonce's deep ass hit me.
Let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest. When it came down to their actual speaking voices, Michelle's voice was the highest. Mm-hmm. She even had the highest singing voice. Now, they all have incredible range. I mean, most of y'all are going to say Kelly is debatable, but Kelly can sing.
Yeah, Calendria.
Miss Calendria.
She can sing, but the others sang.
You know, so it's like when you go back and listen to it, you could tell the difference between their voices if you are a true fan. So I seen a girl today say that she knew that it was Michelle because the voice was too deep and she knew it sounded manly. And I'm like, now girl, when Jesus Said Yes was sang high as hell.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe anybody would mistake that for a man.
Girl, would you mistake Michelle's verse and cater to you for a man?
That's the least I can do. Let me cater to you. Do the good, the bad.
That used to go so hard when it was on the TV in the background and
let's be honest, like Michelle had the best verses in Destiny's Child when it came down to it, because she had
no. What am I? If when she starts and she's like, if I don't pick up the phone like I used to, don't you take it personal?
No.
Girl, take a good look at yourself. He's got you going through hell in life.
What? How does it go?
We known each other too well. Whoa, ho, ho.
So, like, I just want y'all to stop bashing my good sis Tenitra Michelle Williams. Okay, first of all, I do want to get onto this, and this is probably going to be the shadiest thing I've ever said, but them bitches have some ghetto names.
Definitely.
Beyonce, Calendria, and Tenitra. Girl.
And then let's not forget the other members.
Latoya, Latavia, and Farrah. I mean,
do we get some new luggage?
Do we count Farrah for real?
I don't even remember who that is.
The bitch that was on the red couch.
The red couch?
In the Say My Name video.
I've never seen that video.
Oh, girl. Anyway, we're going to go into this first topic. Honey,
all right, guys. That was enough of the social media recap.
Yeah, that was a great social media recap. Honey.
This is a loaded one.
Okay, so y'all, today's topic is anxiety and, mental health, touching on depression and things like that. So I want to start out by asking you a question. Has there ever been a time where you felt like your anxiety was on an all-time high, where you felt like your depression was at like the lowest of the lows, or moments where you felt like you were just at a mental breakdown and wanted to give up?
Yes. And when I say yes, it's like I can't pinpoint a specific situation because there's numerous times in my life that I felt like that. But they're also at different stages in my lives to where if I look back at that certain stage, it's like, oh, maybe that wasn't as deep as I was making it seem.
Yeah. But
at that point, at that age, that I felt like that was rock bottom.
Yeah.
Do you want some like specific samples? How do you feel about it?
I feel like when I was younger, I went through a lot of depressing moments in my life to where those were rock bottom for me. Mm-hmm. They were all sexuality related.
Oh.
But now that I'm older, I find myself more on a mental breakdown side because I see myself bottling things up.
So Mine, I can't pinpoint them to sexuality, like, driven standpoints. I'm trying to form my thoughts into a logical sequence, so I'm not just, like, jumping back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, this happened, this happened, this happened. Oh my God.
It's a really touchy subject.
Yeah, because
when I do want to address this, because a lot of Black people don't find out about mental health until they are our age of 21 and 22 or in their early 20s. Because I know when I was younger, when you say you're depressed, people kind of throw it off like you're just sad today.
And I've realized that at an earlier age, I realized that nobody took that mental health seriously.
Yeah, no one.
So it has always taken me back from actually going to see somebody.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get that label of having depression, being depressed. So anytime someone says that and I'm like, oh, me too, I take it back and I'm like, not me too, because I don't want to just throw this term around.
Yeah.
When some people's depression literally eats them alive, and when I say I'm feeling depressed, I feel like I can still move forward and
and be motivated and driven. I will say this though, with depression, it's not just one emotion. And a lot of people think it's just being sad. And if you sleep all day without talking to anybody, that could be a sign of depression. When you wake up and you're just over it, you don't want to be bothered, you're angry for no reason, that could be a sign of depression. Depression can come from many things, and I don't think people understand that, or go about talking about depression or anxiety or mental health in itself. I know a lot of people that are our age that suppress a lot of their feelings and have suppressed a lot of their feelings from when they were younger, and they come out as outbursts, or they come out as shady remarks, or they come out as
shady. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
So it's like when they confront themselves about it, they don't know how to go about it, because let's be honest, depression for a long time was not real. We were told depression was not, I know in my situation, around a lot of people, depression was not real. It was something that people told you. It was just an overhyped emotion.
Yeah.
It was you feeling off for that day. But also, like I said, depression and anxiety, just like the word love, has just become another word. It has become yet another emotion that people have used just to say. Like, people are like, you go into a social setting and now you're just like in the corner, and now you're like, no, my anxiety's on 10, I can't really handle it, when really you're just a shy person. People are like, oh my gosh, I'm sad, I'm depressed, when really you're just having a bad day. So just like, the word love, like we said last time, depression and mental health has just become
I think people are using trend in like blanket terms that like just they're generalizing at this point, and it's making this big curtain when this curtain shouldn't be this big. You can't just say you're depressed just because you're having that one bad day. I'm not the police for the word depressed, but there's serious cases of it that really cause people to
lose their lives,
do crazy shit. Like, I don't know, a lot of people do also say like, oh, I'm in this funk, and they won't realize that you might be depressed if you can't shake this. Like,
because I know with me, depression hits me hard when I am going through something that is important to me. And I think that's something that's key that people need to understand, is something that is a serious matter to you may not be a serious matter to someone else. It's all about mental health. Is all about your mental sanity. It's all about your mental health. Your mind is not the same as someone else's on this planet.
God, no.
So what triggers my anxiety or my depression may not trigger the next person's. So like you said, like earlier, it's become a blanket statement. It's become such a social term that now everyone is, generalizing these statements, and now they're all in the same boat. Oh, you feel like this today too? We're both depressed. Let's be two depressed bitches together. You know.
And people did the same thing with social anxiety when they learned that word. When they learned that word, it was a wrap. I was like,
it was done for, and I really hate that, because when you use terms like that, you take it away from the people that are actually going through it.
mm-hmm.
Like I say, you know, my good sis Summer Walker, you know, she went through it bad.
I don't know her. I don't know who she is.
You know, she was saying she had social anxiety and she didn't like performing.
Mm-hmm.
No one wanted to believe her. They said she was ungrateful.
The social media attacked her.
They ate her up. But the thing about it is when you look at people like her, or even people that are like SZA, I mean, think about it like this. SZA dropped Control and said she didn't want to drop any more music. And have we heard from her ever since?
No. SZA said, I'm not playing, guys. I don't want nothing to do with you.
They've become those. And the thing about Summer Walker is, and I think she said this before, was she was a person that enjoyed the passion of singing, and it just so happened to hit, and now she became famous. That's how SZA ended up. You know, when your shit pop out of nowhere, you don't expect it unless you're planning your career around that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and especially nowadays, because, you know, everyone is becoming famous at the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
I don't think no one gives you the, I guess you could say, map of how shit will hit you when you become famous. And if you're really socially anxious, this is becoming your moneymaker. You're doing this as a job, but it's not bringing you any joy anymore. That's just going to tear you and eat you up inside.
I guess you got a point about Miss
I'm
Autumn
just saying.
Crawler.
Get out.
Whatever her name is.
But no, seriously, like, I do want to get over this mental health being a trend. Because I don't want to say it's disgusting, because, I mean, by all means, if you're going through it, you're going through it, but look into it before you actually decide that you're depressed.
Yeah. Don't just take the term and use it. You need to actively be helping yourself if you feel like that's what you're going through. See, get some help. Honestly. A lot of you people need therapists, and I'm not gonna drag you, because we can't all afford therapists and stuff, but you're pushing off your toxic tendencies, your bad habits, your general unhappiness off onto other people, and you're ruining people's lives because you don't want to figure out what is wrong with you.
You saying a mouthful. Because, honey, I'm going to tell you now, you bottling up toxic behavior, it's going to be passed on to somebody else.
Right. If you keep waking up and you know that you're depressed and you want to go outside and just make other people feel worse and kind of like, what's the word? Put your problems on the back burner because you feel like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. What am I trying to say? Help me. I don't know, just your bitterness is bringing down your spirit, and it's just chewing up at other people. It's like, it's not right.
Stop pushing off a negative aura.
Yeah, like you said, like that shady comment shit hit. Like, you depressed people, when you are depressed, you are going to be very mean. Like, I kid you not. There have been times where I've been in a depressed state of mind, and literally one person could text me and be like, oh my gosh, I had the greatest day today, and I'd be like, shut the fuck up. No, deadass. I'm not gonna lie, middle school and high school, I suffered severe depression, but I didn't want to talk about it because it was never okay. It was all because of my stepdad, really. And I realized middle school and high school, that's when I was mean. I was a bully. I would just say whatever I could say to hurt somebody. And it was just because I was definitely not in a good place myself. So
I want to say one thing, and I didn't become a believer in it until it happened to myself. Your insides will turn into your outsides. If you have a bitter spirit, it'll reflect how you look on the outside. And for a long time, I went through this phase where I didn't want to be bothered with anybody. I didn't see the point in having people around me. I didn't care to have people around me because no one was going to listen to my problems. And, you know, a lot of people that I know. First of all, I want to say this before I keep going into that. Please check on your friends that check on you. Mm-hmm. Because it takes a lot for a person to put their problems aside to check on someone else's problems.
And I don't know if it's just me, but if I'm that friend that's checking on you, it's because something just triggered me to where I'm like, oh shit, let me just make sure this person is fine.
Yeah.
Rather than, like, every time I text somebody, hey, I love you, just seeing how you doing, I've probably just had a mental breakdown. I'm not even gonna lie. So just because don't think they're just checking on you because they're so happy-go-lucky and they want to make sure everybody's so happy. No, they might be going through some crazy shit too.
Yeah, their mind may be on 10, and the only way they can try to keep everything at peace is to check on everyone around them.
Mm-hmm. Just to hear something good happening in someone else's life.
Yeah, being able to be supportive while in a bad place.
Period.
So, with that being said, for a while I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to check up on anyone. I didn't want to be around anyone because I felt like, you know, no one cared about me, but I was always checking on other people. Mm-hmm. You know, when you don't get that energy reciprocated to you, you start to become a little bitter because you're just like, how come I'm always checking on you, but you're never checking on me? Mm-hmm. How come I always have to call you first? How come I always have to text you first? So my coping mechanism at the time was to just say, F it and cut it off. If I don't get the energy that I want, cut it off. Mm-hmm. So I found myself being alone. And when you're alone, you start to become bitter inside. So once you become bitter, you become envious, jealous. Things start to fly out your mouth like before. Shady comments, being spiteful. You find yourself being very argumentative. And that started to reflect on my outside, which is why for a long time, like I said, I was referred to as a bitch. I was mean. I looked stuck up because on the inside, I was not here for myself. I was very upset, not only with myself, but with everyone around me. I became all about myself. Mm-hmm. So, you know, to break out of that, you start to, you know, be around people that care for you. And you finally see people's true colors and things. And I think with that, because I, at the time, also was depressed, you start to let some of that hurt that you built up on yourself go. Because I will say, like you said before, honey, a lot of people out here need some talking to. Mm-hmm. They need some help. And I'm going to tell you now, a therapist can help you, but a good car conversation can help just the same.
Just the same. Or even, I don't know, you should definitely have that person in your life, whether it's that mom-like coworker or your grandma or somebody that loves you enough to tell you when something's not right with your spirit. Like, when you're talking to them, everyone should have that, like, person that when you're talking to them, they can be like, hey, friend, I can see something's really bothering you, and it might be this. When you start explaining it, like, I can call my grandma and tell her I'm sick of work, and then she'll find that one thing and she'll read me the filth, and I'll be like, oh, that's exactly what's troubling me. Mm-hmm. And I need to go pinpoint that and get this under wraps. Yeah. You do it to me all the time.
I mean, you do the same though. You know, you have to have friends that are really know you. Mm-hmm. You really have to have friends that really know you, that know when you're upset, that know when you're trying to cover up, that know, like, look, you ain't talked to nobody all day and that's not like you. You really need to find a good foundation of people,
a support system,
like a great circle.
You can't do everything alone. That's the thing that has swept this generation, I would say. Like, everybody just wants to do things alone, and
they want to be very independent.
Be superwoman. And I'm like, honestly, ask for help. Like, I am not afraid to ask for no damn help on things. I won't ask nobody for no financial help, but I'll ask for some emotional help.
This generation is so keen on trying to be so independent
And ground.
Like, everybody wants to be a do-it-themselves kind of person. Like, girl.
Granted, there are times where you cannot rely on others, so...
Girl, because I can take a girl. But there are times where you should rely on others. Like, prime example. Today I had a great conversation and sit down talk with a good group of friends that I had, and that was very needed. We got a lot of things off of our chest. We said what we needed to, and it was a great kumbaya moment. That is something that is needed. I feel like in every group of friends, you need to at least sit down one time and be like, look, friend, I got to get some stuff off my chest, and this will make us closer. And I guarantee it will. If you and your friend have a heart-to-heart conversation, you let them know times that they've hurt you, you admit to times that you've hurt them, y'all will be cool. That can be a person that you can depend on, that can get you through any kind of struggles. But also, in a sense, there are moments in your life where you do need to seclude yourself, where you do need to sit down and look in the mirror and tell yourself about you.
Yeah, you need to be able to be a grown up and say, I am the problem.
Yeah, take accountability.
Because when I was a negative ass Nancy, all it took was my mom to get on her positivity kick, and I was like, wow, I really am a negative Nancy, Debbie Downer, and it's just not cute. So now it's straight positivity. It's impossible. I hate when people want to become this positive person and they feel like you can just do it immediately. You'll never say nothing negative ever again. It's a work in progress, but
it is.
I've definitely changed from negative Nancy to sweetheart positivity mode. And it's honestly changed everything for the better. So
you have, honestly, I can sense that about you, but that comes with maturity in life, you know.
And anxiety, depression, all of that stuff will make you mature way quicker, way faster than like other people who are,
because it'll have you 20 years old thinking you're 25. I'm telling you,
you're sitting in your room singing 20 something and you're literally only 17.
Girl, 16 at a war. I'm
crying to Nina Simone in my bedroom.
Girl, don't feeling good. No, but like so serious, like mental health will have you on a whole nother kind of stress. Like
stress is another, like, now that is a term that we don't see. I don't know. When we see the word stress, we just kind of like throw it off. But I have realized, like, as an adult, stress is the cause of a lot of medical issues. Like, your stomach will literally, your gallbladder will just give out or some crazy shit because you have been stressing so hard over work.
Stress can make you have heart attacks.
Finances, relationships.
Oh, girl.
Like, y'all, we gotta start getting our stress under wraps, finding ways to relieve it, control it, diminish it. Because there's this man at work who literally doesn't know how to, like, separate work from home. So all he does is worry about this goddamn job. And now he's walking around there looking like he's about to pass out. He has to go lay down, like, upstairs in the break room and, like, can't do work for hours. And the doctors are like, are you stressed? Like, he's like, no, and they can't find his reason, like, what's wrong with him, because he's fucking too stressed out to realize that he's stressed.
Child, let me tell you. Because, let me tell you about stress. And how things will hit me.
Gray hairs already. I get them all the time.
No, you know my stress thing is, if things aren't going well in my life, you'll see me start staying up late. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I'm going to a doctor's appointment at like 8 a.m. and you're like, hey, friend. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing out? Have you even been to sleep tonight?
It's the truth, though. I'll be sending Chauncey off to work at 7 in the morning like, all right, have a good day at work, friend. Texting her at 10 o'clock in the morning like, okay, girl, how's work going? And she's just like, bitch, have you been to sleep yet? And half of the time, guess what? I haven't.
No, hell no.
That is me stressing. That is me being up late thinking about the wildest things like in life. And girl, let me tell you, that will eat you up alive. And it'll start. Mine started in increments. It would be like I'll be up to like 3, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm KO because I feel like I need to do something tomorrow. Then it'll be like the next night you stay up to 5, and before you know it, girl, you staying up an entire day.
You're like, oh wow, it's time to go to work again.
It was not this hard.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to talk about like introverts versus extroverts because I feel like the anxiety is hand in hand with that.
Yeah.
You said are you more extroverted?
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you are?
I am, and you're very much so kind of introverted.
Kind of.
No, I mean, when we go out into a public setting, I would be more likely to approach someone before you would.
Definitely. I don't know. When those terms first came up, I felt like everybody was like, "Oh, I'm such an introvert. I'm such an introvert." Like trying to be that.
I mean, but if you want to be honest about, everyone wanting to be an introvert, that's the same way of everyone wanting to have social anxiety, so they had to do that hand in hand.
Exactly. That's where we see each other.
Eye to eye, girl. I am here. You are me.
And, like, I feel like a lot of people don't realize, like, if you just step out a little more, you might actually see that you really are an extrovert.
Yeah.
Like, you're an extroverted person. Like, there's those people like, I'm so shy. But I'm like, you came up to me and you spilled your whole life story. What a part about that was introverted?
Yeah. I will say with, being an extrovert and introvert, you can be both and it come out in different settings.
Definitely.
Like literally, it's not hard. If you go to a social gathering, you can be very extroverted, but when you're in a work business meeting, you can be very introverted. Because I know in new settings with new people, I'm very quiet. Mm-hmm. Once I get adjusted around you, then I'll be like, okay, cool, party. But girl, in a lot of settings that we've been in, I've been on the couch looking at you like I'm who did it and why.
But there has been more times, the goddamn New Year's party, you was, hey, yo, what's up?
I'm here. Let's get turned.
Oh, what was I about to say? There was something, I don't know.
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
Now, if you want to air out this tea, we can.
Oh, God.
But this was a conversation that I had with my group of Judies earlier. Mm-hmm. And it helped us in a way become a little closer. What is a toxic trait that you have?
I don't know how to communicate.
Ooh.
I really don't.
Ooh.
And it's not even just relationships. It's to anyone. Because
Yeah.
I'm guilty to you, and I'm glad you understand it.
Yeah.
But there are days I will see a text message, a call, and I just don't want to talk. I don't know how to say to somebody. I don't feel like communicating with anybody today.
Yeah.
I'll be all over social media. But I just can't.
Guilty.
I just can't communicate. I don't know how to tell people something's off with me today, and I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't. But
yeah, I mean, I guess. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, no, I know your communication skills have gotten a little better when it comes down to, responding to people. I mean, I can only speak for myself because I don't go through your phone.
Yeah.
So I don't know who else you're not texting back. But I know for me, if I text you, you respond within an hour.
Yeah.
Within that hour. So.
I don't know.
Unless you're at work. But
The only reason that I could find myself realizing that I can't communicate is because I hate not feeling heard.
Yeah.
So I don't even let people get to that point. I just dead conversations immediately to where I don't even want to argue with you. I don't want to explain myself to you because if I don't feel like you're actively listening, I hate wasting my words.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Even if it's my little finger words that I've been sent on a text message, that shit is a waste of my time.
Yeah. I mean, it gets like that. It does. Girl.
Okay, but toxic trait. Drum roll, please.
Ooh, girl. Now this is tea. So if y'all ready for this tea, it's the only tea y'all gonna get on me.
It better be flavorful.
I have come to terms with being the reason that I am not healed. I indulge in toxic behavior.
Okay, guys. This is the raspberry tea with that little sprinkle of sugar and maybe a splash of lemon, because that was the whole cup right there. That was a good one.
No, but seriously, I am the reason why I am not healed. I can say that I am over a situation and really be holding a grudge. I can literally say, yeah, I'm cool with conversing with you and, having a sit-down conversation with you when the entire time I'm boiling and fuming on the inside. Mm-hmm. I am also the person that can be like, yeah, I care about you, and text my ex the same day. I am that person. And, when it comes down to saying that I want to be healed, of course, everyone wants to be a healed person from all of the baggage that they carry. That means they have to let go of it. I'm a person that can't let go of a lot of shit, so I'm not gonna get healed until I let go.
I was gonna agree until you said you can't, I don't know. Me personally, I think we all like a toxic something. It's that idea of that's something we can't have.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel you on that, but I'll let shit go. And when I'm done with it, I don't want nothing else to do with that shit.
And the reason why I don't let things go is kind of for that reason. I had a habit of either I'm very emotionally attached to you, I'm very emotionally detached. So it's like I either care too much, or I don't care at all. And I find myself if I care so much about one situation, I'll say fuck the rest. If I find myself not caring about that situation, I'll still say fuck the rest. So it's I can't be healed unless I take too much time trying to heal on one thing. You sit back and you're like, okay, well, say, what's a toxic trait that I can say that I haven't gotten over? Me holding grudges. Mm-hmm. I can let go of shit that people be mad at for years upon years.
Yeah.
But bitch, let you step on my toe in the 2nd grade.
Do you remember those fucking bags of chips you took out of my car and you just ate like you thought you fucking owned my stuff?
Me as fuck.
I remember that.
I would get mad at my brother for fucking taking a shirt from me, but bitch, let you dog walk my name in the streets. Girl, loving kisses. Good to see you, baby. Good to see ya.
How are the kids?
Oh my god. Still got a wonk in the eye, girl. I see.
I don't know.
I've never been the kind of queen, though, to be shady while I'm upset with anyone else. I'm honestly too nice when it comes down to people I shouldn't be nice to.
Oh, you mean somebody that you clearly might have an issue with and you walk up and you be like, oh, what's up, raggedy bitch?
Yeah, I'm not that type of bitch. I'm like, hey.
the Halloween party, you said, hey.
And you see it was ain't no hey, bitch, I got beef with you. And I'm like, oh, then why are you in my face?
That shit there. I don't know. I don't beef with people because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to have any of that. So it's just a dead, I don't want to talk. So I don't think I've ever had to be put in a situation where it's hey girl, even though I don't like you. Oh well, let me, okay, I don't think it's a bad trait. Mm-hmm. But as a Gemini, I admit we are two-faced, but that's more of I can adapt to a situation, not really I'm gonna.
Okay, because we gonna do a recap.
Well,
we gonna do a recap then. Okay, for all of the listeners out here, And I'm gonna clock you on your toxic shit because you can clock me on mine. You know it don't matter to me. I'm a real ass bitch. I'm gonna accept what I need to accept.
I really thought you was about to go realize, bitch, you don't fuck about a nigga.
You know, I'll take accountability because I am a real ass bitch and I don't give a fuck about a nigga.
Period.
But
well,
let's rewind. Since you said you adapt to situations. Geminis have this two-faced kind of thing. That is the symbol or whatever for the Geminis.
mm-hmm.
But you're making it seem like in the sense of it's not that problematic when it can be very problematic.
It can be problematic, but it's not.
Friend.
From what?
We gonna rewind. You remember the first episode?
First episode of
the podcast.
Yes.
When I was like, I'm sitting here with my favorite fake ass bitch. Everyone says that he's friends with every gay, and he probably be telling all y'all business. And what did you say?
I don't. I am a funny bitch.
Okay.
I am a funny bitch.
Okay. Okay.
Yikes. You know what? I can't wait until we get a little bigger and we can start running tapes back. We're like, you know what? Let me just run it back. Put it on the screen.
Cut the cameras.
Oh my gosh. But I don't want to talk about it.
I'm just saying, I'm a real ass bitch, you're a real ass bitch. We're gonna have to call each other on the shit.
But then I feel like the world knows that everyone is fake to an extent.
Very true.
And it is okay to be fake if it's not basically what draws the line for fakeness for me in life is if that is somebody that you fuck with, you need to be ride or die. You're not going to talk shit about them behind their back. So I have the associates that they might get a little blah, blah, blah behind. But once you become the friend, consensus, when I say you're my friend, she's my friend, you will never catch a near bad thing come out of my mouth about them.
But I think this is the shit that I will say. But this is a toxic thing that I have. This is me. Not every bitch is like me, but this is me. I am a friend. Yes. I can be a best friend. But at the end of the day, if I feel like you're wrong and I'm calling my friend to vent to you about said friend, I can tell you every fucking thing that I said. That is a real ass bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes down to that extent of it all, cause I can say, you can say all the shit that you want about anybody, but you have also been the same bitch to say said shit to their face. You've also been that person.
When they said, so what'd you have to say about, I said
what I said. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like the good thing about us is anything we say is not with malintent.
Yeah.
So we're never just sitting around being rude bitches and being like, this person smells like shit, and then they're like, what'd you say? And I'm like, she smells like shit. No, it's like,
yeah,
this person is acting different when they get around a group of people, and I will repeat that.
Yeah. Bitch,
you are showing your ass when you get in front of these bitches.
Very true.
And that's just on big period, because these bitches, why do I keep saying these bitches? These bitches.
Because you're Nikki.
Clearly. Did you see that? Okay, never mind.
No, I was going to say, but we'll talk about that later. I do have a question though.
Ooh.
And this was more so we can answer it as well, but I really want people to tune in and answer. What is this new fascination with being toxic? Because there's a difference between taking ownership for your toxic behaviors and, being okay with yourself, because everyone has a little bit of, negativity in them. But
these people just have a goal of being a terrible human being.
Yeah,
I don't like that shit.
A lot of these people want to go out here and just not be shit for no reason.
They're like, yeah, haha, I'm so toxic, and then they get out here and they're like, yeah, haha, I fucked your best friend and made you fall in love with me, haha, and I'm like, whoa, that was malicious.
Yeah,
that's not accidentally toxic.
This is you going in with ill intent.
And also, toxic behavior. I like to make people like me more than I like them. And I don't want to say it's toxic because I only do it as a safety mechanism for myself.
Still toxic.
No, because I have been on the other end where I'm
You
always liking someone more than they fuck with me. So I think it's only right if...
No, because I'm finna go back to the old school days. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
But I'm not doing it in a wrong way. Like, the only times
You-
it is wrong is because I realize I don't like this person. But if I find somebody who's loving me way more than I like them, and I still like them, then that's just gonna give me more reason to love them harder-ish. You know what I'm trying to say. It's not from a Malatin. I just want to make sure.
I get what you're saying, because what you're saying basically is instead of, because you're not technically leaning them on because you do like them to a certain extent. You just have a wall up.
Yeah. I'm just constantly
guarding.
Stepping back.
The more they step forward,
yes,
they step 2 steps forward, you step a step back.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Like, now that it's explained, I don't think it's as toxic. Do I believe it's still kind of toxic? Yes, because you're still taking 1 step back instead of taking a step forward. But
was that one of your, like, hey friend, I'm about to read you real quick, and then you were like, bitch?
No, it was like a get it together, sis.
Okay.
But no, seriously, it's not bad, because I feel like everyone is like that. Because in every relationship, not every relationship, most relationships, not everything is 50-50. So at one point there is a moment where things are 25, 75 kind of thing. Even though I feel like shit shouldn't even be 50-50. I feel like it should be 100-100, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now, because nobody really even knows the value of love anymore. But I don't think that is that toxic. I don't think that is that bad. But people that are actually going out here emotionally manipulating people just to get joy and fulfillment out of it.
Future.
Like, I don't think that is okay. I don't think that is, first of all, sane. Because if you're going out investing time and effort into playing with someone's emotions,
that is signs of a sociopath.
Girl, is it? And you're kikiing and getting joy from it.
Mm-hmm. You're getting in a group chat, sending screenshots saying, "Oh, I got this girl so fucked up." No,
you got a bitch stuck for what? Because you're bored.
You're a sociopath with weak dick. Pew, 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 pew.
Child, I don't know. I think that's just tea right there. Like, people just, if you want to be honest, we need help.
We need therapists. And I think this year...
Call your local street therapist.
I told myself I want to go see a real therapist this year.
I don't.
Why?
I feel like therapy is a sham.
A sham?
Yes. Not everyone's therapy is, experience is the same, but I know. I had a friend that went to therapy for her sexual assault reasons. And it ended up being a therapy session for her therapist.
How pissed I'd be if I'm like...
You go in there for your problem and the therapist is crying about her divorce? I'd be mad too.
It's like, yeah, I got jumped and beat up, and the therapist is like, well, I can one-up you. I got hit by a car, and then they backed over me and stole my wallet. And I'm like, okay, girl, like...
You can have it. You can have it all. You can have it all.
And that's how I be in arguments. I'm like, you got it. Like, I don't want to argue. Like,
you know my saying, I'm too grown for this.
You dead ass with your little hand motion. Like, I'm too grown for this.
That's very toxic of me, shooing people away like that. I need to stop doing that. I'm not going to.
I was gonna say, are you gonna stop?
Hell no.
You talk with your hands.
I do, but that's a country thing. I think that's a southern thing. But the moral of the story for this episode, I will say, is mental health is very much so real.
And it's very important that you take time to have your self-care days and...
Oh, yes.
Just make sure you put yourself first. I feel like this is always my fucking spiel. Put yourself first.
Yeah.
But just evaluate yourself. Meditation, I hear it works. I've personally never tried it because I'm just a lunatic who can't sit still, but
I've tried it. It's kind of peaceful.
okay, maybe we're gonna scratch the medication because clearly neither one of us care enough.
Okay. I want to say this about mental health. Please do not be afraid to showcase your emotions. If you want to cry that shit out because it helps. Because I'm letting you know, it's been plenty of times where I've called a bitch in the shower just bursting out in tears.
Yeah. And you don't have to let people see you cry for it to feel better.
Yeah.
I can't cry in front of other people unless I've been extremely done wrong. Like, I got my heart broken, and that's the only time I've really cried in front of other people.
Oh, girl, I'm a Jennifer Aniston with the shit.
Shut the hell up.
Girl, cry on cue, honey. You would have thought I was a Grammy nominated, what's the name? Or an Oscar nominee. The Grammys only do music, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I was right with the Oscars because I said Grammy.
An Emmy, maybe? No, Oscars also are acting. What are Emmys?
Something.
What's wrong with Bob? Something.
But please don't be afraid, and don't be afraid to talk to someone. Call someone if you feel like you can't. For all of the young people that are listening, if you don't have a great relationship with your parents, find a peer that you can talk to. For all the people that can talk to your parents, do not be afraid to talk to them because they are there to listen. Find someone that is very close to you to have that sit down conversation with. You know, for example, me and Rico, we have conversations all the time about our feelings. We are very now intact with them, but before I was very emotionally unstable.
I feel like even for my older listeners, who maybe might be my age, I've talked to a lot of people who do feel the same way as me. Just because you're 21 or however old you are, you don't have to know yourself to the T and be perfectly aware. You're going to continuously learn. Like right now, there's so many things that I'm continuously trying to figure out about myself. So don't think that you need to have it all together at the age of whatever.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I've noticed with us now in this generation. Once we hit not even 20, once we hit 18, we want to get our shit together. Like we don't have the rest of our lives. We're trying to grow up very fast.
We're just trying to get out of that, like, I don't want to be the same as this person. I don't want to go through the same things as them. I want to learn from their mistakes, but
I don't even think it's just that. I think with a lot of the people that are coming up now and the newer graduates, their main thing is they don't want to be looked at as a child anymore. Or, you know, a person that is dependent on their parents. We've made it a thing now that, you know, staying with your parents makes you a bum.
Right.
In our eyes, it's like,
or not immediately going to college or going to community college.
Yeah.
It makes you a bum. Girl.
You know, it makes you this, it makes you that. Oh, you know, like,
it makes you broke.
You get what I'm saying? Or like that whole, you know, you moved out, you had it all, and you moved back home. And, you know, me and you both had that happen before.
And I'm like, girl, my mama want me to, what the fuck? That's my bitch.
Girl, if you want me to be honest with you, I was happier moving back in with my goddamn parents. And some of y'all need that shit. Some of y'all need your mamas and your daddies. You know?
Ooh.
I'm not being shady. I'm just saying it to keep it real. When I know I moved back in with my parents, I needed some sense of foundation. That was God's way of saying, look, you done had your fun. You done did your dirt. But now it's time for you to get your shit together. And nobody's going to have your back like your mom and daddy. That was my wake-up call. And when I moved back in, I didn't realize it. But I'm going to go ahead and rip the damn Band-Aid off since we are talking about mental health. When I moved out, girl, that was a whole nother, you know, sense of freedom. When you move out and you're 20, 21, I was a fresh 21 when I moved out. So you're drinking, you're with your friends, you're doing your thing. But when you don't have a sense of reality and your head is in the clouds, you're going to fall eventually. Because not everything is going to be okay. You find yourself doing wild things that you've never done before. girl, when I tell you, when I moved out, I was depressed. I was a borderline alcoholic because I was drinking at work, drinking myself to sleep, going out every weekend, becoming a household gay. You and that's no shade to the gays that be going out every weekend. But what I am saying is my life was not together. And the life that I did have that had little pieces together, they were falling apart. And I did not want to come to terms with that. So what did I do? Find toxic distractions that lead up to
those short-term fulfillments of being drunk and being with your friends who just want to be over because you have your own place. And, oh my God, it was.
And when I moved back in with my parents, it was a real face of like, wow, you really were out there.
Wild. Literally trying to find any way to cope with whatever you were dealing with. And
Exactly.
Granted, I feel like if I do move out again,
oh girl, I'll be set.
Yeah, it would be such a great, definitely a way to learn from all my past mistakes, because a bitch went broke trying to pretend she won't broke. I was like, what the hell? Where did this credit card debt come from?
Girl, be broke trying to pay rent. At least I got a house to live in. Do you really? Girl.
You and your 17 roommates. What the fuck?
Girl.
Something racist? Is that what you were about to say?
I was gonna be like, be in that damn house like some Mexicans.
Shut up! You know what, y'all? And that means it is time for the positive affirmation. Because this man here don't know how to act.
Woo!
So, okay.
Don't.
No, so this little...
Don't do it, Jada.
This little fluo mine has really been, like, fucking with my voice, so I can't do anything. I can't even hold a note if I wanted to. Ooh. Jennifer Hudson. She's just like, yeah.
Go read your positive affirmation.
Okay. So mine was practice being happy for other people. Your time will come. It just, that one stands out to me because I'm so sorry. I just get so sidetracked so quick. That one stood out to me because this year, last year, I've encountered so many supportive people who have shown me what true support is. It's not always what's in it for me. They're remember when you get big, you better do this. We're gonna do this. No, this isn't about you. This is about me getting my happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not finna keep blabbering because clearly my brain isn't there. But make sure you're happy for others. Don't just be a bitter bitch and envious.
Period. All right. Mine is never trust your tongue when you're hurt. I'm done. No, it's never trust your tongue when your heart is bitter or broken. Hush until you're healed. Now, honey, we're going to have to talk about that. Because, look, let me tell y'all. A lot of y'all people want to front like y'all got it all together. Like y'all are happy. You're not. And you don't need to say anything to anybody because you'll say the wrong thing. Because some of y'all shady queens are hurt on the inside. Jealous and envious. This kind of piggybacks off of what you said.
No, bitch, you piggy the fuck back.
Give me that fucking mic. But, it does kind of piggyback off of what you said. You have to be happy for people.
Yeah.
And you can't be happy when you're somewhat bitter on the inside.
That your quote, what it immediately brings into my head is those people who, anytime it's mad day, they just say things to hurt people.
Yeah.
And I can't stand a person who throws a secret back in someone's face to hurt them. I don't even want to give the example in my head because it's just so foul.
Yes.
Okay, but let's say this girl had this baby father who told her that he was touched when he was younger by like a preacher or something or whatever. And I just don't, that's just so foul when she throws that back in his face when they argue, or it just makes me sick when people do shit like that. Yeah. That's why you have to really feel out who you tell your information to before you do it.
Very true, because you find yourself in situations where people will throw things they did for you in your face. When you were at your lowest point, the people that were, 2 steps ahead of you, like, well, I brought you up here to step 3 and you were at step 1.
Before me, you were a crackhead.
And them were the bitches that I could never, ever get, like, if a person like that were to ever apologize to me, I would never accept it. Mm-hmm. Simply for the fact of, you were someone that I could depend on when I was down, and you kicked me as soon as I got up. And the first thing that your ass tried to do was throw me back down the stairs that I came up.
We love these little grandma idioms saying things you be saying.
My grandma sayings?
Yes. You threw me down the stairs that I just got up.
I mean, hey, I'm a 64-year-old woman at heart.
I love it. You in this cardigan.
Girl! Don't even get it.
I'm not a heroin addict, ho. That's probably one of the funniest things to ever happen on TV.
That was the wildest thing I've ever seen.
She
on
said,
television.
I'm not a stripper. I don't take off my clothes for money.
Oh, since we going there, I'm not a heroin addict, ho.
You don't know what that does to me.
But that was the episode for today.
Episode 3.
Girl.
Honestly, guys, I just didn't feel like I would make it here because the flu tried to take your fave. They tried to kill your fave. Okay.
Girl, because I was going to say, let you have your moment, girl.
Makes me think of Miley when she was like on stage. She's like, I'm back, motherfuckers. They thought they could kill your favorite bitch.
Oh no, you talking like that. You can't kill me, I'm a bad bitch. No, what is it? I'm a bad bitch, you can't kill me. But alright, you guys, I hope
Can you spell my name this time?
Yes, I'll spell your name.
Thank you.
Miss
Thank you, Daddy.
Incoherent Akila.
Miss Kiki Palmer.
Girl, her name's fucking Lauren. And
that's cute though. I love a good Lauren.
I think her name's Lauren Kiana Palmer. But alright, I hope you guys really enjoyed our rambling about mental health. I mean, please listen to it because it is very vital information. And things you talking about mental health can really prevent a lot of things. So yeah, much love, because we put a lot of time and effort in this.
And we back, and we better.
Oh yeah, girl, we're back. I know we took a break. Cause
it wasn't even a real break. I just got sick and had a little trip.
Yeah, he was on vacation.
It's okay. I was going to let you do a little... I was like, just fill somebody in for me.
Oh, girl. I was thinking about it. I was going to be like, let me call him Noah and see what he's doing. But...
Wow. You see how bitches do? They just be waiting for you. These niggas preyed on my downfall.
Okay, Meek the fuck Mill.
I don't...
Ain't that Meek Mill?
No.
Who is that?
That is T Grizzly.
Ooh.
And on that note...
Oh, you know what I was thinking about?
Dreams and Nightmares?
Yeah, that. That's what I was thinking about.